Oh, I love it when the sun is bright and shiny. Especially like when the town was like this and not like how it is in the future. And I don't know what I was just saying there. Yo YouTubers, welcome back to Let's Play Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. Last time we cleared up the Shadow Temple, defeated Bongo Bongo, and got the Shadow Medallion. In this episode, we're going to collect a few more heart pieces, at least that I know about. And of course, I have to do this at night. Boy, am I a pigeon. Oh wells. So much for the sun shining. It's gotta be as dark as the night. That sucks. So this place here. This minigame, well, it's actually very, very difficult if you do not have the Lens of Truth. Thing is, you gotta keep opening up these chests if you keep finding a key. Problem is, if you don't get a small key, you instead get a rupee, and therefore the game is over. Now, of course, the rules say you should not use any lens, but you kind of need it to know where the small key is. So yeah, you kind of have to cheat in order to get through this easily. It's kind of like Miguel and Tulio. They always cheat with loaded dice. And an armadillo. Kudos if you know that movie. And if you don't know it, you don't know what you're missing, brother. Or sister. Or animal. Or person, place, or thing. Or nightmaring. Or heartless. Or whatever. Alright, I think this is the last room. And except for the second one, the small key has always been down there. Now, it's going to be random every time, so don't count on this as a guide either. And what do we get? 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 As if it ain't obvious enough, like I already told you. It's a heart piece! That's very nice. So now that all that's settled, we gotta go back to the future, cause I'm gonna get another heart piece back in Zora's River. Well, not exactly in the river, more like in... Well, you'll see when we get there, so... See you guys in a bit. Alright, so back in Zora's Fountain, in case you forgot what I was trying to do last time, there's a heart piece way down below, so equip the blue tunic and the iron boots. Oh yeah, we have not seen the last of those. Sink all the way to the bottom very slowly. Yeah! And there's our heart piece, surrounded by rupees. It's a rupee tribe. Roop-de-flip-and-do. I always wanted to say that. Why? I don't know. Don't judge me. Alright, now that that's settled, we're gonna get back to the main story, so see you guys outside of our next destination. With Epona! Yeah, no big surprise there. Alrighty, so in the middle of the night again. Past the castle, we need to go all the way this way. Okay, maybe not that far right, but yeah. Now, you probably saw me go this direction before when I was on my way to Lake Hylia earlier. You know, before the water temple? Yeah. So up beyond that gate's where we gotta go next. Now, honestly, you really, like I said before, you really don't need Epona for this game. Some probably say that you do, but honestly, I say you don't need Epona. Especially not at this point. And good, the sunlight's coming out. And sadly, the music ain't playing because it's not quite daytime yet. Here we have Gerudo Valley. I think it's another one of those fan favorite songs or something. You probably recognize it from Brawl, too. Yep, it's that song. Now, like I just said, you really don't need Epona in order to go through here. One way you can get past here is to ride Epona and then jump this spot here. But if you have the long shot, you really don't need to. You just hit that target there, and whoopee! So yeah, like I said, Epona not really needed for this game. Just an optional, quick, faster way of getting around Hyrule Field. In any case, we need to mosey all the way up over here. Gerudo's Fortress. Ooh wee, what a place. Now this may sound silly, but you actually want to get caught by those Gerudo guards. Not sure if you played this game before, you probably know why. Yeah, just walk up endlessly, recklessly like an idiot, and get yourself caught. Cartoon slapstick, anybody? Who you calling stupid, stupid? Greats. So miraculously, even though they locked us in here, we still got our gear, so right now we got a long shot that thing up there. Past trap. Okay. That wasn't supposed to happen. Normally you just go to the roof there and then use an arrow to stun the guard closest to it, and then yeah, bada bing bada boom. Here's the gimmick of this place. These carpenters. There are 4 of them total, so we need to travel all over the place to find them all. And sadly, they all say the very same thing. So, yeah, I'm probably going to read it once for the second carpenter and then never again. Sadly, we can't skip it. Of course, we gotta be careful of the Gerudo guards. If I can just Z-target. Alright, so the Gerudo guards. Or Gerudo thief, whatever. This game is actually pretty tough to beat. Personally, I just say go in close, and then just go for the stab. As long as you stay close, they can't do much. They really can't do all that much to you. Problem is, if they do enough damage to you or do a very strong jump attack, then you're pretty much considered caught and you'll be sent back to your cell, which means you gotta start this fight over. So yeah, you really gotta be careful with these girls. Just because they're female doesn't mean they're weak. Beating them gives you a small key, which allows you to free a carpenter. That's the first one. Ah, Mr. Dance Step, what do you gotta say? Did you come here to save me? Oh, that's just swell. I don't care what your name is. And sadly, I just can't interested in joining their all-female group. Wow. That's sad. Well, I've heard that some girls like working men, so go back to being carpenters, will ya? Eh. Oh wells. Yeah, the Gerudo guards, or thieves, whatever. I've heard there were Gerudo guards. They can be a problem if you're not careful. Alright, so I'll move in here. We gotta watch ourselves here, because I know there's a guard here. We're just gonna move in slowly and carefully. Uh-oh. Okay, she's out of sight. Move it, move it, move it, move it. Good. Alright, now this guard here. We have to shoot her when her back is turned, so not now. Make sure you do it after she turns around. Alright, good. Alright, second room. Which means the second carpenter. Alright, so this is pretty much what they all say here, Mr. Afrohead. I have no idea where you came from, but you must have a lot of guts to make it past all the guards around here. Well, I got guts and I got arrows. That's all I need. All of my fellow carpenters are in prison somewhere in here. Well, all except one. If you can get us out of here, we'll repay the favor somehow. But be careful. There's sure to be Gerudo guards around here. Woo! Watch out! There's an innuendo there somewhere. Alright, the second guard. They all fight the same way, so don't think one is different from the other. Of course, sometimes you can lure them into doing a jump attack, then roll out of the way, then do a jump attack of your own. Which, by the way, is a move you should not use yourself. At least not on a regular basis. The jump attack may do double damage, but honestly, it's not worth the risk. You'll leave yourself wide open if you miss. Which could result in her using her own jump attack. So, yeah. Don't do it. It's too risky. Okay, no comment. Yeah. Well then, what are you waiting for? Say goodbye and get the hell out of here, will ya? Those guys run so weird. Alright, so once again I got notes, so pardon me a sec. Alright, so exit the way he left. Duh. And this time we want to go down here. And here is the third room, where the third carpenter hides. Or is imprisoned. So really, there's not much for me to talk about, so I'm probably just going to speed through the rest of this, and yeah, all that jazz, so I'll see you guys when I'm done with this Gerudo guard. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, her jump attack, it can go through your defenses. So even if you're using your shield, you can still get hit by her jump attack. So yeah, you really gotta stay on your toes. Okay, now to speed up. For crying out loud! Well, that wasn't exactly a climactic battle, but at least... Where's the key? 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 Where's the key? Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Doing all the way over there. I thought it always went to the middle. Well, shows what I get for thinking. That actually was very embarrassing. I keep telling you guys to watch out, and then boom, I get hit. And sent back to start. So yeah, pretty much if you're pretty much hit or caught like that, then you pretty much have to start the place all over. Well, back from where you first, first got caught in the first place. So yeah. Anyways, we actually do not want to follow him. This time we want to go back out the way we came in. As strange as it may seem. Now this time we gotta climb up the vines and go to the left door. I believe. I believe. Alright, so we gotta be careful in here. Now there are multiple ways you can go through here as well. You could stun these guards and go around that way, but chances are you may get caught, so best thing to do is just long shot one of these raptors here, or whatever they're called, and just mosey on through this way. we are pretty much at the highest point of the hideout now. Now there actually is a heart piece we can collect here. So yeah. If you were trying to collect all the heart pieces, this would be your second to last. I just figured I'd give you a warning on that. Now that chest over there has the next heart piece. And you can see Navi turns green there, which means you can play the Scarecrow song to make Pierre appear. But if you're just close enough to the edge, you can actually long shot the chest. So you really don't need Pierre. Ain't that nifty? So what do we get? What do we get? What do we get? What do we get? As if you don't know already, because I already told you. It's because we now have our third heart piece. Yeah, never speak like that again. In any case, I believe this is the last door anyway. Yep, it is. I have to be careful. There is a Gerudo guard here. Damn! Missed. I wait for her to come back. Alright, good. She's out, and we just run over her like she's nothing. And way over here is the final Carpenter, when we face the final Gerudo guard. It's too bad we have to put away our artillery in order to talk, so that's probably why I was caught off guard in the first place. Or Z target, then bring the sword out, so... Yeah, I suppose the best thing I ought to do is just run away first, and... Yeah, then get the sword out, then Z target. So I hope that works. Anyway, time for another speed up, if I don't mess up again. I messed up again. Talk about watching a battle from behind bars. So I got caught twice. That's gotta be a new record in bad gaming. But I'm sure the worst record is if you were caught every time by the first one. Yeah, I'm sure that'd be pretty damn embarrassing. So that's all 4 Carpenters, all 4 Gerudo guards defeated. We're pretty much done here. Except for one thing. This guy actually has something very interesting. In order to cross the Haunted Wasteland, you'll need the Eye of Truth. That means the Lens of Truth, so if you did not get the Lens of Truth from the bottom of the well, you're going to have to go back and get it now. And there's something else. You're also going to need the long shot as well, so if you still have the regular hook shot instead of the long shot, you're going to have to go back to the Water Temple and pretty much clear it, because, yeah. So we can barely see on the left, but there's another Gerudo guard there, in green. Kind of strange. And, well, she's pretty much congratulating us because we got past all the guards and beat all the thieves. So, talking about this exalted Naburu, I think that's her name, Naburu, whatever. Second in command to Ganondorf, huh? Interesting. The Spirit Temple. So that's what the final place is called. Of course, I already knew. And, well, for pretty much doing all this, we have something special. The Gerudo's membership card. So now we can go in and out of the Gerudo's fortress without having to worry of getting caught. That's kind of weird. She's in green, we're wearing green, and yet she's congratulating us by giving us this thing. Makes you wonder. I'll leave that for you guys to write a fanfic about. As free as you wish, that is. In any case, by the way, man, sorry about that. That's gonna be it for today, YouTubers, so, next time in Ocarina of Time, we're gonna move over through the desert and see if we can find our way to... see if we can get our way to the Spirit Temple. See if we can help this Naburu. So, till next time, YouTubers, on that note, I take my leave.